Hello, it's me again, Gary. I'm attempting today to start on full of Cadillac STS front bumper, changing the headlight lenses out. So far I've prepared this. I just got it jacked up, all this stuff out of the way. I got it up in the air so I can get under there. But I have to remove these back out of the way. And then there's one bolt and one like a slot that fits in. Disconnect the lights, of course. Same thing on this side. Take this all loose so I can get at it. It's one 7/16, I believe, bolt and a right in here somewhere, and a slot that this fits in. Of course, unplug the lights. Have to undo all this up here. Take these pins out. Remove all this stuff. Take this screw, that screw out, and then all this will pull off. And then it's got to do that without scratching it up too much. So I got me a blanket from the house that wasn't being used. I can lay it on the floor, and then I'm going to replace the lenses. Of course, I have to pull the headlights out. I have to put these in the oven at 275 for 7 minutes, and that releases the glue. And I'm going to put these new lenses on here that I have. So, and here's the glue thingy. All right, I'm going to get to it. First, I got to take a little break. It's like 91 degrees here today. Nothing's moving out here. No wind, no blowing air. So, all right, I'm going to get at it. I'll be right back. Okay, like I said, you got to get these pop pins out. I've got most of them out already. You just got to pull the center out, and they usually just come right out. You want to hang on to them, make sure you knew where they were at. That way, you can put them back to where they go. Sometimes they go up easy, sometimes they don't. They actually have a tool for this. Now that comes all the way out. Yeah, they just pop out. So, look at them. So that's what happens sometimes. Let me get that so I don't lose it. And these just come off. There's another one, already got this one loose. Put this right out of the way. I better put this over here. I don't want to get them messed up. The hood coming down or something. Oh, I got the fan going on. Hopefully you can hear me. This is a Cadillac STS 2005. And you got to get these Phillips head out. Right here, one on each side. Come on. Yeah, that's that. That's loose. That's loose. Got one more pop thing here. Yeah. Let's get the base out of here.
3 hours later.
Another little secret here about living down in the south and it's 90 degrees outside. You got a metal building and it's not insulated. Go ahead and put you a water fountain on top of it. That cools it right down. So I got the sprinkler head up and going. I don't know if you can see it or not. Where'd you go? Anyway, it's up there. Cool that metal building right down. My son turned me on to this. He's so smart about stuff. I've been getting this. Yes. Keeps the snakes and rats from getting in there too. They don't like all that water around, you know. Sure cooled that building down though. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what I was talking about on the outside. They're roughly up in this area here. Kind of hard to get to. So you get your pins out and just push that plastic fender out of the way like that. Sometimes you can prop her up against something. But you got to get up in here and get at these things. That one you got to loosen, and that one there is like in a slot. You just loosen a little bit and it'll come right out. It just slides out. You got they're 10 millimeter. I forgot, they're not 7/16. And also you got these on the bottom right there to get. So other than that, once you get that fender out of the way, pushed out of the way, it's allowed to get the wheel out of the way too. I mean, it's just so much easier to get to this up in here. You know, I was fighting it last time I did it. That's kind of rusted. I hope that comes loose. You know, it is what it is. All right, let me get that.
Two hours later.
Anyway, I wanted to show you that right there. I kind of boogered it up a little bit, but that goes in there, up in there, and just slides in, and it's only one bolt, not holding it right there, 10 millimeter. The whole thing drops. Make sure you got your lights unhooked. And then I was wrong about these screws here. Just go ahead and leave them in, because they hold this in. They hold those are like windshield washer for the headlights. I boogered that one up, I don't know. But after you get that done, there is one more thing I forgot to tell you. These are little clips. They go into the windshield washer. You just squeeze them together and you pull them off. And I got this held up here right now. And then you can just set the whole thing down very carefully. Work your way out. Yeah, just set it down like that. You got these. Thought I had that loose. These come off here. They just squeeze. I need both hands. Hang on. Let's see. Come on. Anyway, they just pop off. And you feed that out of there. A lot of people disconnect it.
Day 2.
Okay, we've had it in 7 minutes at 220 degrees. Let's see what we got. Hope it didn't melt.
A few moments later.
Okay, I managed to get it to come loose. It's fighting me though. But it is coming. All right. Okay, again, 220 degrees for 7 minutes. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, don't just put it on the metal, put some wood, some kind of wood blocks or something. Let's see, how did I do the other one? I think I started up here. Once you get it started, it seems like it just comes. There we go. That's number 2. Let's get this loose. All right, that's got that. That's done. On to the next part.
Soon after.
Okay, guys, I kind of left you hanging there for a couple of days because of this. I walked in here, and I have a massive amount of junk over in this one corner back here. See, it's cleaned out now. There's a copperhead snake laying out in the middle of our floor. And I don't like snakes to start with, and especially them. You know, see, they get under places like that, like over there, you know, under that bench like that, you know. So I started cleaning that corner out. I spent probably 2 hours cleaning just that corner, and then I went to this bench here and pulled it out and cleaned all underneath it. I still got stuff to do. And then didn't see no sign of it. And then I went to the other bench, which was up there in that corner, and there he was. He was laying under there waiting, I guess, to get me. Anyway, thank God he didn't. Anyway, I went ahead and pulled out. I seen him. I got my shovel, and I went, and he went like this. I thought he was gone then, you know. Well, lo and behold, he was still there. He went to that corner over there, and he was laying up between the board and the wall. And I didn't see him because that tarp was laying down on the floor at the time. So I seen him. I mashed him, and I stabbed at him. And he still got away from me because he went out through the crack in the shop right there. That blue thing had a big old where you could go outside. So after that happened, I spent the day sealing all these up and going outside and cleaning that all up. But meantime, I went ahead and glued these things back together. And I recommend you go to Fly Ride. He gives you more detail than I can. Anyway, I'm just trying to get this thing back together now. So that's what happened to me. I'm in the process of getting this bumper back on and making sure nothing's just hanging around nowhere, you know. We always look down. Half the time they're up here, you know, or something. You never know. So I got everything where I can see behind it now and underneath it. I just still got to get this corner straightened up a little bit better. But anyway, it is what it is. So I'm going to attempt to get this on here right now. Let's see. I'll be right back. Okay, what I like to do is I get a couple of bungee cords, hook them to this thing, kind of hold it in place. Don't forget to hook these back up. They just squeeze, I can't see, squeeze together right there, and they go right down there on that. So I'm gonna try to get that done real quick. Let me set you over here. I don't know if you'll be able to see or not. Yeah, fun part. Remember I told you about the little slot? It's a 10 millimeter. It's that little tip there's got to go up in there. That one's still buggered up a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna. I think it'll be all right. I hope. I might need to try to straighten that up. Where you at? Yeah, right there. That thing. Anyway, and then you got a 10 millimeter bolt that goes in it. Yep. Let me see if I can get that started. I might have to work on that one a little bit. I don't know yet. Yeah, I'm gonna need both hands, I guess. You're not gonna go that easy, are you? All right, I'll be back. Need both hands. All right, that went pretty surprisingly well. I guess the second time is always, you know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? All the lights are working. So, there you have it. I just got to finish putting the push pins in. I need to get some more of these somewhere. And put the panels back on, put the wheels back on. And I guess that's it. For now, I got to replace that bulb. It's not working. Tail lights are working. Oh yeah. Tag lights working. Well, there you have it. Again, this educational purposes only, if it can help you. You know, that's all I want to try to do. Anyway. No more snakes. Alright, y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.